Okay, let's go over committees. There's this committees area, and there is a separate item in here for each of the committees that you have. If you look at this, it's pretty simple. It's a lot like any of it's a lot like any of the other pages, except that it does have this little item here about the leadership. So this would be the chair or the co-chairs of the committee, and then there is this what we call fallback content. So if there's nobody here, then this is what will be displayed. So for instance, let's see if I can find one that doesn't have, I think, okay, so here's one that currently doesn't have any chairman or chair. So if we go up here, you'll see that this displays. That's that fallback content. And that will come in by default if you were to create a new committee. I'll show you that in a second. But you can edit it however you like. Now, if we're going to look at another committee, we'll just go here to committees where we get the full list. Say this one, Community Education Day, and if we go to edit this one, you'll see that there's one person here in this list. So this does not display at all, this fallback content. And kind of like if you watch the board video, you can add a new person here, or you can delete it by just clicking that minus. So let's say we're going to create a new committee. So this will be a new committee, and this is what it's about. And let's say we're just to leave it at that. And we click publish. We can view the committee here. And if we go to the page that gives us the archive, we'll see it showed up here now. And we have the description, and we have this fallback content because we did not put in any chair. You go to the specific page, and it's basically the same. On this archive page where they're all listed, it won't necessarily show all of the description if it's long. So you would go here to see the entire thing. So now if we wanted to add a chair, so we just click here, and we could type in, we'll say Susan Smith, and her email at email.com, and her phone number if she wanted to. These are optional fields. And now we hit update, and now if we go view it, she shows up as the chair, and there's no, that fallback content goes away. Now if we go back to the committees page, the same thing will happen here. So that's how the committees page works. Pretty easy, really. One more thing about this, if you want to edit this thing, it's a little bit like those other archive pages, like the newsletters. There is this placeholder page that has the introductory content right here. So that's where you would go to edit that. That is, of course, under Pages over here on the left, Committees and Sections. Hit Edit, and that's where you could change that content. And then, of course, everything else gets pulled in dynamically from those other items that we had done. So, for instance, if a committee goes away, you don't have to go to that page to edit it or to remove it. You could just come here, say the Law Library Committee was, well, actually, let's do the one we just did because it doesn't really exist. So, click Edit. Now, say this committee was going to go away and we didn't want to list it anymore, but we thought maybe it would come back at some other time. Instead of deleting it, you can just go here where it says Published and change this to Draft. Hit OK. And now if we go back to our list of all committees, you'll see it shows Draft. And if we go back to the front end, where we have our new committee, now it will go away. So, but you still have it here in case you ever want to come back to it. You don't have to make a new entry again. It still exists. It's just sort of in the wings. If you do want to delete it altogether, you just hit trash and it goes away. So that's all for committees. Thanks.